Hey, what's going on, everybody? Will with Southern Grails back here with another video. This is going to be a fun one, guys. Today I'm going to show you my top 50 blue notes out of my collection. Y'all know me, I'm a jazz man. I love jazz, and blue note is just top shelf, top tier, the label that everybody wants if you're a jazz collector. So without making this video too long, man, let's jump right into this. You know how it is, guys. Any excuse to show off some records. All right, so I'm going to try to put them in order, which was really tough. You know, there's certain eras of blue note that are just kind of meh, and then there's certain eras that are just, oh geez. So this was kind of tough. Bear with me, guys. Okay, so coming in, this one you don't see that often. This is Yule Struttin'. This came out in 1991. It's Christmas jazz, and you got some good players on here. There's a bunch of other players, but you got Chet Baker, you got Benny Green, you got Dexter Gordon on here. It's really cool. That's, like I said, one you don't see that often. Okay, coming up is 1969, Lou Donaldson, Hot Dog. This is when he's spreading into that jazz funk, that boogaloo, swinging kind of deal, kind of drifting away from that hard bop sound. Really cool. 1967, Lou Donaldson, Alligator Boogaloo. This is a, I ain't got a MoFi sleeve on that one. Huh, I gotta MoFi that thing up. But yeah, again, just in that swinging jazz funk kind of sound. Easy one to find too. You can find those pretty easily. And with a lot of these like first 20, you can get relatively easier. This one's super funky. This is Fancy Dancer by Bobby Humphries. 1975. Got some really cool players on here. You got Dorothy Ashby on harp, Larry Mizell, Harvey Mason on the drums. Really cool. I had some other Bobby Humphries I ended up selling, but I ended up keeping this one because this is smoking clean and it's really crunchy. Okay, 1973's Blackbird, Donald Byrd. It's on that, what is this, United Artists? Yeah, again, into that funk era, you know, the early 70s, late 60s. Really good sound and a cool picture too. Welcome. That's misspelled. Okay, this one's super funky stuff. 1975's Donald Byrd, Stepping Into Tomorrow. I think there's a few different variations. I think it's got a white B and a black B. I'm still learning on that one, but this one's got Gary Bartz on the saxophones. Super funky stuff. Super. That was clean too. This one here, same year, man. Donald Byrd put out some bunch of funk on the Blue Note label. 1975. Places and Spaces. Yeah. 1975. Black Bee. Really good stuff. This one's in shrink too. Love that one. And Donald Byrd, man. Donald Byrd killed it in 1975. But going back a couple of years, 1973, Street Lady. This one's relatively easy. You can pick up a good clean copy for 20, 25 bucks, but super funky stuff. This one's 1969, Lonnie Smith, Think. It's got Lee Morgan on this guy. David Newman, but Lee Morgan, unbelievable. Okay, this one's kind of interesting. This came out in 1970. This is Roots and Herbs. But these are recordings from 1961 and 1962. I mean, check out who you got on this. You got all the big names. You got Lee Morgan, you got Wayne Shorter, Bobby Timmons, Walter Davis Jr., Jamie Merritt, and Art Blakey, of course, on the sticks. Yeah, so it's more like probably like a compilation, but killer stuff. Okay, 1967's Horace Silver Quintet and Sextet. This is the Jody Grind. This is an original stereo press. Love to have a mono, but yeah, in that vein, in that funk boogaloo vein, really good. Okay, 1970, Grant Green, Alive. This was recorded live. What lounge was it? Oh, I can't think of it, but a killer live performance. Got Idris Muhammad on the drums. Okay, Green is Beautiful. This is 1970. Grant Green, unbelievable. Got Blue Mitchell on the trumpet on this one. That's a really good one. This is one that's been getting tough to find. It's been going up in value. Super funky drives. 1970. Really good. Lonnie Smith on the organ. I mean, this is a great album. Great cover too. Okay, this one's not an original. I'm having a tough time finding an original that's clean anyway, but it's not hard to find. This is Jimmy Smith's The Sermon. This one's a 1962. I believe originally came out in 1959. But listen to the people on here. Lee Morgan, Lou Donaldson, Tina Brooks, Kenny Burrell, Art Blakey, Donald Bailey. And The Sermon, the title track for this is like 8 hours long. It's unbelievable. And everybody on there just jams and goes crazy. This is another one here that's just been shooting up in value. Really good. I really love it. This is Montero, Bobby Hutcherson, 1975. Really good. It's got that Latin jazz to it, and Bobby Hutcherson is a madman on the sticks. Okay, 1964, Song for My Father, the Horace Silver Quintet. Yeah, 1964. Really good. That's his dad. He's chewing on a nice cigar. If you like that Latin vibe, this is the one. I hear a lot of different critiques on this one here. This is Lee Morgan's Rump Roller. This is a 1965 65 mono. It's got that boogaloo kind of swinging vibe, but there's a few hard bop songs on here. And Lee Morgan, of course, he's the best. This one here is a smoker. This is 1967 Contours with Sam Rivers. I mean, you got Freddie Hubbard, you got Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter on the bass. I mean, Joe Chambers, unbelievable. Little more on the free jazz realm, unbelievable. Okay, 1958, Soul Stirring with Benny Green. I mean, again, you know, you got Sonny Clark on piano, Ike Isaacs, Elvin Jones on the drums. Probably one of the better drummers in jazz. All right, 1957, Jazz Messengers at Cafe Bohemia. This is that nice one that's got that New York 23. A little more on the rare side. A man with Hank Mobley, Kenny Dorham. This is a who's who, an incredible live performance. Herbie Hancock making his debut, 1962, Taking Off. Unbelievable. You know, his go-to jam, Watermelon Man, that's been covered so many times. You know, Freddie Hubbard, Dexter Gordon, Butch Warren, Billy Higgins. This is an incredible debut album from Herbie Hancock. This is the only one of this artist that I got as a lead man. This is Ike Quebec, Blue and Sentimental. This is 1962. Again, unbelievable. You got some bassy tracks on here, but then you got some original ones from Mr. Ike Quebec. I love this one. I spin this one all the time. 1966, Andrew Hill Smokestack. Incredible. This is an incredible album. You know, Roy Haynes, Eddie Kahn, Richard Davis. Woo, good stuff. All right, 1961's Whistle Stop. It's Kenny Dorham. Yeah, incredible. Hank Mobley, Kenny Drew, Paul Chambers, Philly Joe Jones. A who's who lineup. This one I wanted to put at the top. It sounds amazing. I don't know why I didn't. It's you know, it's from the 1500 series. Where is this at? Yeah, 1958. Lou Takes Off with Lou Donaldson. Donald Byrd, Curtis Fuller, Sonny Clark on the piano, Art Taylor on the drums. Whew. This is one I picked up out in Texas. Amazing. This one, I don't even need to say nothing about this one. Original 1958. without the R. You know, I see on eBay so many people advertising original first pressing, but it's got the R underneath. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But this is just, what else can you say about it? All right, Bobby Hutcherson, Dialogue, 1965. Andrew Hill, Freddie Hubbard, Sam Rivers, Joe Chambers. Woo! This is an unbelievable stereo press. I'd love to have a mono press. Art Blakey, The Freedom Rider, 1964. I mean, Bobby Timmons, Johnny Merritt, Wayne Shorter, Lee Morgan. Incredible, incredible lineup. Grant Stan, Grant Green, 1962. 1962 mono. I ended up pulling this out of a, it wasn't a garage sale, but I just met a guy in his garage who had advertised online. Unbelievable. Okay, this is the album that got me into jazz. Kenny Burrell, Midnight Blue, original 63 mono, man. Stanley Turrentine, Ray Barretto on the congas. This is the album that really got me into jazz. Okay, The Scene Changes, 1959, Bud Powell. I think this was the start of the 4000 series. Again, trios. I love those piano trios. Paul Chambers on bass, Art Taylor on drums. Sweet music to the ears. Again, 1959. Was it the greatest year in jazz? That's up for debate. I might do a video on that. What was the greatest year in jazz? For me, it might be a toss-up between 57 and 59, but then it depends on what kind of jazz you like. If you like the bop, if you like the spiritual jazz of the 70s, yeah, that might be a good one. But this one here, 1959, Donald Byrd, Byrd in Hand, 59 mono, Walter Davis Jr., Sam Jones, Art Taylor, Charlie Rouse, Pepper Adams. I might be wrong. Was this the only time Pepper Adams was on Blue Note? Somebody comment and let me know. But I think this was the only time that Pepper might have been on a Blue Note record. That doesn't sound right, but I think I heard something like that. It's an amazing one right there. All right, we're getting into some really heavy stuff here. This one here is super rare. Really happy. I bought this years ago. It's Lou Donaldson, Quartet, Quintet, and Sextet. Yeah, it's original, what is this, 1957. But everything on here is recorded between 1952 and 1954. So it's really got that kind of, that early Charlie Parker bebop sound to it. But you can kind of hear a little bit of the transition that they would go into hard bop. Really incredible album. And dude, everybody's on here. Everybody and their mama's on there. All right, 1960, Donald Byrd, Byrd in Flight, mono press. It's got more of that Latin Cuban vibe to it. I mean, you got Jackie McLean, Hank Mobley, Duke Pearson, Doug Watkins, Reginald Workman, Lex Humphreys. Ooh, woo! Ooh, man, my mouth's burning just talking about it. It's unbelievable. The one I just showed you, that grandstand, in that same, in the dude's garage, I pulled this out. Wayne Shorter, Night Dreamer, original 64 mono. Dude, I just spun this whole thing in its entirety just the other day, just to revisit it. It is unbelievable. Probably one of Wayne Shorter's best. I don't have Juju. I would love to have an original press of that, but this one is unbelievable. Okay. I wish this was an original, man. Original is hard to find on this. That's Sonny Rollins Volume 1. This is a 58. The original came out in 57, had the Lexington. It's difficult to find, really hard to find. Hardly ever comes up for sale. But this is early Sonny Rollins. But you got Donald Byrd, you got Wynton Kelly, Max Roach on the drums. Top shelf. Okay, this might be Lee Morgan's greatest album. It's debatable. I think it is. I've heard him. This is The Cooker. 1958. Just, this is unbelievable. I would say probably one of Lee Morgan's best album. Well, I just proved myself wrong. Now, Pepper Adams is on here. So the whole thing about Pepper on Blue Note, I guess that's wrong. You got Pepper Adams, you got Bobby Timmons, Paul Chambers, Philly Joe Jones. It don't get much better than that. 1956, Kenny Burrell. What makes this kind of special, also, of course, is the Andy Warhol. But it's just got that early sound. And even if you, Kenny Dorham got some original songs on here. Kenny Burrell, one of the best guitarists out there. This one, unfortunately, came out the same year that Clifford Brown died. This is the Memorial album, 1956. I mean, Clifford Brown he's the best trumpeter out there. You know, Lee Morgan is good, but his tone is unmatched. Such a shame that he's gone. Okay, 1963, Horace Parlan. Up and Down. Horace Parlan's records on Blue Note are really rare. I don't know why. Maybe he just didn't get the kind of. I don't know. I don't know why they're just so. I mean, they're so rare, especially for this time. Booker Irvin, Grant Green, George Tucker, Al Harwood. He would go on and do a lot more with Tucker and Harwood. But yeah, really good. I love Horace Parlan. Okay, 1960. Duke Pearson, Tender Feelings. This is, again, I love the trios. I love the piano trios. You know, with Gene Taylor, Lex Humphreys. It's a beautiful, beautiful album. Duke Pearson's one of the best piano players out there. Okay, I wish this was a real deal, sure enough, first pressing. But those are hard to find, and you're going to spend thousands of dollars. But I'm happy to have this reissues, 1959. Blue Train. Yeah, I would love to have it. Love to have an original. Anybody has one that they want to do some trading or selling, hit me up. Blue Train. Classic. Okay, 1956. Thad Jones, Detroit, New York Junction. This is such a mellow, smooth. His tone is just really even killed. I mean, this is just great. Kenny Burrell on the guitar, Tommy Flanagan on the piano. Really happy to pick this OG copy up. All right, guys, we're getting the last few, man. These are some real heavy hitters. Herbie Hancock blows it out the water and goes in a different route. 1964, Inventions and Dimensions. 64 mono. Yeah, Herbie blows his load on this. This is an amazing album. Paul Chambers on the bass. Really happy to have that in the collection. This is one I bought. About 7 or 8 months ago. One of my favorite guys, Horace Parlan. Speaking My Piece. Horace Parlan Quintet. Again with George Tucker, Al Harwood, the Turrentine Brothers. This one's amazing. We're out of music, but let's knock through this. This one's probably my favorite. This is my favorite of Horace Parlan. This is impossible for me to find. I bought this some years ago. I haven't seen them come up for sale in a while. I really had to sell a lot of stuff to get this, but I'm so happy to have this. This is Us 3. This is original 1960. His best in my opinion, and one of the better piano trio albums out there. And I'm super stoked to have that. All right, guys, we're into the top 3, man. These are my top 3 Blue Notes that I have in my collection. I'm humbled to have them. I'm blessed. I know I'm blessed to have them. I really am. They're amazing. If you love jazz. Paul Chambers Quintet, 1958. Mono, man, with Clifford Jordan, Donald Byrd, Tommy Flanagan, Elvin Jones on the drums. This is amazing. Hard to find. Really hard to find Blue Note. All right, 1960, Freddie Hubbard makes his debut. It's got Tina Brooks, McCoy Tyner, Sam Jones, Clifford Jarvis. This one's been skyrocketing in value the last couple of years. You know, good clean copies will go for $1,500 to $3,000 for really, really clean copy, and I'm really happy to have it. All right, guys, number one. This is unbelievable that I even have this. This is Sonny Clark's debut on Blue Note. It's Dial S for Sonny, 1957, with Art Farmer, Curtis Fuller, Hank Mobley, Wilbur Ware, Lewis Hayes. Blue Note 1570, absolute grail. I'm blessed and humbled to have it. That's it. Top 50. I got it within 20 minutes. We'll see you.